Everybody, it's Victus. Time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes over the weekend. Now only 12 away. Can you believe it? We are under 2 weeks away worth of like streak goals hit for the 6 or Die challenge. Again, I'm still monitoring likes from the strongest run ever and other episodes from last week, or from this past 7 days, I should say, to see if they end up crossing 10,000 likes. And if that happens, we're going to be upping it to, instead of 6 victory laps on the 6 or Die challenge, it's going to be 10 or Die challenge. And that is, man, I'm worried about 6. Now people are starting to flirt with the idea that we're going to get 10. That's outrageous. So here's your meme / artwork of the day, submitted here by Alpha P66. Title thread was Invicta when he sees TM Trainer as a starting item for the victory lap challenge. And I love the simplicity of this art. You know, it shows you that you don't have to make anything super fancy or you know, high tech or anything like that to get my attention on this Invicta subreddit. I like this very, very simple pencil sketch. This is something that I would have doodled back in school, and I love it. So thank you very much, Alpha, and everyone who upvoted that one. Let's hop on into today's run. Not gonna lie, yesterday I was worried a little bit. Oh boy. Delta Yankee 7 X-Ray 1 Mike Tango Whiskey. We've got ourselves a Damocles start and some kind of hairdo, along with, well, I mean, we've got, you know, we got Banky. I mean, it's fine for a starting item. It does give us a little bit of a base floor upgrade for our tiers rate, but it's nothing major. And of course, Damocles is Damocles. It's probably not something we're going to be using. I have faded on the idea of using Damocles for now. If our damage was any better, then I would actually still consider it, but I still think Damocles, now I'm gearing more towards the negative side of Damocles. Not really willing to risk it here for, you know, unless we have like an HP or a extra life or something like that. But going on yesterday, wow, that fly actually upgraded. That threw me off so much that I didn't even see this other pooter over here. And yes, that does happen. A regular fly can fly over a poop pile and has a very small chance, very small for other people, very high chance for me anyway, to upgrade to a pooter. So that's always fun. But yeah, yesterday's episode, I was very, very, very close to dying. After I went back and watched that footage, I wanted to see how close it was for those cages to get me in that corner, and it was a lot closer than I should have. Really, than it should have really been. I thought about if I had done things differently on yesterday's episode, what I would have done is I would have at least waited for Nod Leaf to kick in. But the thing is that I don't think I would have had time to. Like after I watched back that part of the video, I'm like, yeah, that's tight timing on that one. And then you still have to come out of the Nod Leaf transformation anyway, so you can, you know, deal with damage, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm glad that I caught the safe spot in the corner, but it was a lot closer than I was actually realizing yesterday. I was very close to popping that Hero Font card, but I'm glad I didn't, because you know, it just you gotta show confidence, even when you're not super confident. You gotta just be like, yeah, you know what, this is the play, stick to it. Gotta have conviction, I think is what they call it. I wouldn't mind getting a bomb here if we could. Part of me really just wants to use Damocles, but I know I shouldn't. We got Green Larry again. Yesterday, Green Larry gave us a little bit of problems. I mean, he is the toughest Larry, I will say that. Get an HP upgrade. I mean, there's a couple of hearts here. Nothing really to write home about. We get another key, so we get at least our key back. Yeah, it's not worth it. I think I'm just going to hold on to the 12 cents. We'll just head on down. We got last week's question of the episode here from the Dice of Miracles episode, which, by the way, people were apparently telling me that bucket of lard is a bowl, or it's a bucket of nacho cheese. You could have fooled me, because it definitely looks, or not bucket of lard, sorry, Thunder Thighs is apparently a bucket of nacho cheese. Which still, I mean, whenever I see Thunder Thighs, I think it's a bowl of ramen. I'm not gonna lie. The next time we see Thunder Thighs, I'll take a closer, good hard look at it. But yeah, I still don't buy it. It just looks like a bucket of ramen to me. Very happy to have the Book of Shadows, by the way. So we go on to last week's question of the episode. This one was sent in by Shrimp in a Bucket, who said, question of the episode, repeat from a little over a week ago since the new era and all. But if you were to add new cricket items to the game, adjacent to Guppy items, i.e. the cricket's tail, paw, eye, etc., what would you do? What would you add, and what would be what would the cricket transformation look like? So I think that this has been asked before, but I'll give it a little bit of a Repentance Plus update. Obviously, we have Cricket's head in the game, which used to be Max's head. Then for some odd reason, Ed decided to change it to Cricket. I'm not sure why. I'm sure there's probably an actual explanation that he's given over the course of the years. Pandora's Box is not terrible here, but a half-price tarot cloth could be nice. You know, it could do something. It could do something. Let's go into the vault real quick here as well. But we already know what Cricket's head does. Cricket's tail. Well, Guppy's tail is going to give us the possibilities of getting chests, right? So I think that for Cricket's tail, it would most likely have to be something like pills or pickups or even hearts. I would like to see a lot of hearts. I want to see, because of the way that Guppy's tail, really the way that Guppy's paw works is kind of like the catalyst for everything. So before I give my take on Cricket's tail, let me say what I want to do about Guppy's tail. About Guppy's paw, I mean. So Guppy's paw is going to be obviously it's an active item that's going to give us soul hearts for our red heart containers. And since it works on soul hearts, I would like to see Cricket work on red hearts. So what that means is that I would like to see if some kind of red HP equivalent, like adjacent or paradox to what Guppy is, right? It's going to be the opposite of Guppy. I think that would be cool. So Guppy's paw gives soul hearts. Cricket's paw gives red hearts. So it'd be like a free, essentially it would be a free red heart converter, better than the soul converter, because it's just going to be like Guppy's paw. That's what that would do. Now going on to the tail. If Guppy's paw or Guppy's tail, if that is going to give us chests at the end of a room clear, I think that Cricket's tail should give us hearts instead, because it can't be like just a particular type of chest, right? Because that's going to get overwritten by a bunch of stuff, like Gilded Key, for example, which is what we have right now. Same thing goes for left hand. So make it something different, but also leans into the whole, like, you know, we're working on a red heart build philosophy. And in that case, I think that it would be cool to drop Eternal Hearts. I think it would be cool to drop any type of soul hearts, really any heart at all. As long as hearts are dropping, that's the only thing that I would like to see. And going on that theme, very nice upgrade here. Going on that theme, then we have to start talking about, okay, so what would Cricket's hairball do? Cricket's hairball, for me anyway, it would work very, very similar to Guardian Angel, or whichever one has the it provides you with Eternal Hearts if it blocks stuff. Same thing applies for Cricket's hairball. I think that would be a unique way to gain HP, but while also blocking shots and still staying on theme with the whole Guppy, the opposite Guppy transformation idea. The Reverse Judgment card here. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of money to be spending here. So the question becomes, do we want to use the Reverse Judgment without a bomb to get a better Devil Deal? I don't want to take both. Yeah, I'm gonna take both. I was thinking about taking Brimstone bombs and then just re-rolling that by bombing, but Decided not to. So yeah, so that's what I would do with the cricket items. So you can go ahead and fill out the blanks for the rest of it, like the cricket's collar, etc., etc. But a cricket transformation would essentially give you Tainted Maggie powers. I think that would be very cool. You'd be able to you turn into cricket. You get like a cool melee attack if things get too close to you, and if you kill them with that melee attack, then it spawns red hearts. I think that would be absolutely sick. Mom's Knife works, of course, very well with the Book of Shadows, with us having a damage shield. I don't think it's there. I know we already found the secret room, but I was looking for the super secret room. Get a lot of money here from Gilded Key. Not even gonna mess with this. I would not take Shoop if it dropped, which it didn't. Book of Shadows and Mom's Knife is just too strong. It's too much to ignore right now. Super secret room's got to be there. Yeah, this is a high percentage wall, even if it didn't give us a clear indicator that the regular secret room is there. Super secret room is absolutely there. If it wasn't in that other part that I thought it was. The reason why I'm doubling back here is because I have a feeling that the item room is going to be to the south along with the shop. Again, it could just be gas. I'm not sure. These golden chests have been doing work for us. Gotta say, shout out to the Gilded Key. It's the trinket that we have, by the way. No, I'm not so sure if the item room in the shop are down here. The Gilded Key is a trinket that's going to give us nothing but golden chests. So any chest that we get is going to be a golden chest. Dude, I don't know what's going on here. This is all recorded on a different day, and obviously I've gotten a different Isaac executable open here. We get Cursed Penny again, and also a Perthrow rune, which I'm happy with. I'm not gonna take Cursed Penny this time. Looks like I was correct, but unfortunately now we don't have a key. Gotta really book it over here. I did not want Boiled Baby. Boiled Baby is boiled bad. Access to the Ultra Secret Room. Oh my goodness gracious. Not only do we get keys, but we also get Prop freaking Tosis. Prop Tosis and a golden key and Mom's Knife and Book of Shadows. Yeah, bro, it's over. You're cooked. You are cooked. I'm gonna buy the Soul Heart. I'm not gonna buy the battery pack. I don't think we need it. If I want movement speed, it feels like we have Thunder Thighs with how slow we're moving, but we're gonna be doing a ton of damage. If you don't believe me, watch this. Oh baby, we get a range upgrade, which yeah, I mean, I'll take a range upgrade for Mom's Knife. I guess it's fine. Again, come on, we're December. It's time for you to pay up. Yesterday's run was not very good. We had to kind of outplay it and got a little lucky as well. Got the dub. Obviously, the first run, the no magic left run, was brutal. We have a Perthrow room for 2 secret room items, man. Perthrow. Okay, we get Echo Chamber. We also get Keeper's freaking sack. Okay. That was a really, really, really tough reroll to swallow there, because we had all the reason to take both of those. Small Rock would have given us more base damage to work with Mom's Knife, and then Orphan Socks not only gives us spike immunity, but also refunds a little bit of that movement speed that we would lose on Small Rock. But at the same time, it felt like It felt like a sign that we needed to just we just needed to use it. So now because we have Echo Chamber, it does not contain the Perthro rune yet, because we picked it up after we used the Perthro rune. So that's not going to be active for a bit. But Echo Chamber is going to repeat the next 5 consumables that we use, whether it be pills, cards, etc., etc. Then, of course, Keeper's Sack is just the GOAT, the best shop item in the game, and I will not hear any other arguments besides that. Keeper's Sack is just unstoppably good. It is just undeniably the GOAT of the shop. The more money you get to spend, the more stats you get. It's that simple. I don't want King Baby, even for Keeper's Sack. That would give us Conjoined. I'm gonna take it anyway. We have Mom's Knife. It's 3 knives in 1. If we get close enough, we're gonna do like sort of a shotgun effect with our knife, so I'm fine with that. Swallow Pennies, pretty good. If we can get enough HP to stabilize and find some Red Heart upgrades, Swallow Penny may be the play with us having Keeper's Sack now. Yeah, see, right there is the reason why I do not like Boil Babies, because unfortunately for us, Boil Babies projectiles, they do not animate very well. It's very difficult to see which one is yours versus which one is Boil Babies. Mega Maw's mega dead. Get Marrow. Don't need to go any further. There's the XL. It's a bummer. It's some kind of mapping. This would be better. But obviously with us getting Keeper's Sack, the game does not want us to get any more stats than we already going to have. And you already know what's going to happen. It's going to drop a greed fight in the shop. Like that's just guaranteed. 100% guaranteed. It's not even a question. So when it happens, you can't act surprised. You can't say I didn't tell you so. Buddy Sinvicta is here to quell the hype, bring it down back to earth. Mike Rune. Hey, look at that. Boom, at least. What card did we have? I've already forgotten. What was this? Full card. Oh yeah. Okay, so we know where we need to go. Let's just go do it right now. Let's just go get our boss rush done. Full card out. That way we can take our time going up to the... Oh, no. Actually, you know what? I think we have enough time. This might end up biting me right in the butt, but that's okay. The Boil Baby. Don't ever do that again. One of these days, I'm hoping that little portal ends up showing up in a opportune moment, not at the end of a run episode. Not at the end of a run moment to where I can't do anything with them. Of course, I forgot to mention that we need a key. There we go. We need a key in order for us to actually go by the shop here. Yeah. Like I said, you cannot. Don't act surprised. Like, seriously, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not even mad at it because I already know that's going to happen. The script was written out. The game's going to give us... It's because we took Keeper's Sack, the game's going to give us a greed fight and an XL floor in order for it to limit the amount of stats that we're going to have. Sounds crazy, I know. I know. You're thinking like that's not how this game works, Sinvicta. Look, I'm not gonna explain myself anymore to the non-believers out there. I have years of documented evidence that this game knows exactly what it's doing. It is a scientific fact. It's been proven. There is a troll engine. Don't let Ed or Zombolis or anyone else tell you differently. Don't listen to them. There is 100% a troll engine, and it will 100% get a hold of you one way or another. Promise you. As a promise I make to you. My job here is to show you how to get around that, to deal with the troll jobs that are happening out there. Not gonna mess with Red Mom. We're just gonna stab her. Look at Shadow's mom's knife. I mean, it's strong. Let's see what our devil deal is first. Speaking of Guppy's hairball. And then boss rush. Yikes. I mean, God's flesh is fine. What? Oh, yeah! We have Echo Chamber. So Dagaz actually procced from the blank rune. Like, wait a second. Did they do something to God's flesh that I didn't know about? Hang on a second. What'd they do to my God's flesh? Well, if there's ever been a time to take pills with Echo Chamber, now's the time. Or maybe now's not the time. We still need some llaves. Necesito mucho, mucho, mucho. A weird, very fast acting damage there on that shot. Unless there was another pin that spawned, or a needle that spawned underneath me. Hoping maybe that one of these turns into a reroll machine pedestal. Did not happen. Okay. So right now we have blank rune and we have the Fool card queued up. So if we happen to take any pills, we happen to use any cards, anything like that, then it will give us those effects plus whatever thing we use. First room's pretty aggressive here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Fortunately, we have no keys. I think Gilded Key has worn out its welcome here. We don't have a sustainable key economy. Because obviously those are all red chests, and we now have a Guppy item too, so that's even more of a reason for us not to go for gilded chests anymore. At 13 bombs, I'm hoping that we get a Hierophant card or something. Brimstone bombs, you're kind of ruining my buzz. I do wish that Brimstone bombs somehow, some way, would prevent them from being pushed by another one. Yeah, we'll take it. We need damage really badly here. Okay. Back-to-back XL floors are kind of what you would expect. Except this time we don't have mapping, obviously, unless if we can just get a single tarot card. One singular tarot card will get us at least a chance to get an Ans's rune. Not gonna mess with this room. We still need keys. Now we don't have Guppy's tail. Wow, we went straight to the boss, which is fine by me, to be honest. I don't know how that wasn't hitting Mr. Fred, but... a Tears upgrade. There we go. And I will take Empty Vessel, because it's almost free. No hushy here. Curse the Blind. Wow, back-to-back Curse the XLs and the Curse the Blind. I don't know, man. December. Supposed to be the holidays here. Game. The season of giving, season of joy. And the season of pain so far, kind of. Now, this is going to use the Fool card, but it's also going to use a rune, so a Hangman card here wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing, but we also don't really want to get taken to the front of the level. And the problem is then is if we actually get another usable card, like I would be more apt to use this Hangman card once we get to the Dark Chest. It's going to be happening in a moment here. There we go. So we timed it for the Empty Vessel Shield. Okay. Penguin Bond, Bloody Gust. Yeah. Got Hangman and Yara. Fire Mind is fire bad still, unless you have explosion immunity. Gotta say, the Book of Shadows really coming in clutch here. Not that we were going to be taking a lot of damage anyway, but now it's possible if we get lucky here with Sloth, we could get another tarot card to use. Get another shot at the nope. Gives Awaz instead. Part of me is holding on to the hopium that we're gonna be able to get mapping here. Fool card again. And I think we're out of uses on our clear rune. That's okay. This is it's gonna make us go in the big room, isn't it? Again, that we're just getting terrible dark chests like yesterday, but obviously we're in a much stronger position than we were yesterday. Taking soy milk honestly was just not a good idea. It was way too late in the game for us to take soy milk, and it doesn't give us a whole lot of benefit. If we didn't have brimstone, it would have been a lot better. I already know. I'm telling you, I know it. It's gonna make me go into the big room. I can already feel it. It's gonna make me go over there. These are going to, we've run into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead ends so far, and we've gone 3 directions. Now that's talent right there. Yep, there we go. Like I said, it's when you play the game enough, you know what kind of mood it's in, and you can see the patterns that are being made. And you can't say that I don't know what I'm talking about here. I called the greed fight. I called the dead ends. I called the big rooms. Trust me. If I were an Isaac investor, you'd want to listen to me. Say we're bullish on the troll job right now. But thankfully, we have enough damage to kind of deal with the random BS here too. Trying to let Guppy's hairball get a little bit of time to shine here. The vessel giving us the shield right overlapping with our Book of Shadows. There we go. I think I'm gonna call it there because we've seen what the game doesn't. It doesn't feel like playing ball today, and you know what? That's fine. I'll take a nice little day of rest here. Give my voice a break and go open up some magic cards. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. Remember, only 12 away now from the like streak goal of 6 or die, and I am going to be monitoring this video and all other videos likes from Repentance Plus to make sure that if we do hit 10,000 likes, we are going to be doing 10 victory laps or die. It's going to be one or the other. And then after 10, I think we go to 12 after that. So make sure you like this video. Make sure you like the other videos, everyone. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like RickRoo59, Noah Drummond, Asher, and Aiden Gass. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.